Hey all, it's Jess from Sunflower Dairy, and today I'm here to talk to you about garlic. So it's the time of year where it's late November, almost December. The ground is about to freeze and we need to get this garlic in the ground. So garlic, you plant in the fall, you break it up into cloves, and you plant it. And you will plant this in the fall, and then your garlic will grow all of winter, and then in the mid-summer, then you will be harvesting your garlic. So let's go plant some garlic. Alright, so first up you want to get your garlic. So when you have your garlic, it's going to be in a bulb. Well, you want to break this up into the individual cloves. So you're just going to go ahead and break up your garlic into the individual cloves. So this is the tool that I like to use to plant garlic. So what I do is I I'll put it about that deep in the ground. When you plant your garlic, you want the pointy side to be up and then the flat side to be down. You'll be able to see the little teeny tiny roots at the bottom of the garlic usually, but as long as you put the pointy side up, the flat side is where it goes down. So go ahead and put that in there. And I usually, if you look at about the size of that a bulb of garlic grows to, I'll usually, go like 2 bulb spaces apart when I'm planting. That way it will give the bulb room enough to grow to get a good size without crowding each other. So I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of this garlic planted. So like I said, you plant your garlic in the fall. It grows all winter, and then in the mid-summer is when you dig up your garlic and harvest it. Also, there's 2 different kinds of garlic. There's soft neck garlic and there's hard neck garlic. Soft neck garlic is just your regular garlic, just has leaves on it when it grows. The hard neck garlic will grow, it's called a scape. And the scape is the flower of the garlic that turns into seeds. A lot of people in the spring will harvest the scapes before they turn into flowers or seeds, and they will use those to make pesto, or some people will pickle them. So there's all different kinds of things that you can use the scapes for. So I like to plant the hard neck variety because then you get 2 different harvests from your garlic. You get your scapes to harvest, and then you can harvest your bulbs of garlic. So with garlic, you can do so many things with your garlic. You can, after you harvest your garlic, you can store it, let it cure, and then use it for cooking. Or you can save it to plant next year. Or you can make garlic powder with it. You can pickle it. You can ferment it. There's so many different things that you can do with garlic. And there's a lot of really good benefits. A lot of people will eat garlic when they're sick, and a lot of people says that it helps them feel better. So there is so many different benefits of growing garlic. Alright, so I have that garlic planted, so I'm just going to go ahead and cover those. All right. So I have the garlic planted. I have a few more things I need to do, so come along with me. Some firewood to take inside. To bring some wood in so that I can build a fire later today. So it's actually pretty nice out compared to the weather that it has been, because we've had weather in the 20s this week, but today it's actually 50 out and sunny, so it's beautiful during the day, but our nights are very cold and everything has been super frozen other than today when we hit that sunshine. So bringing in some wood because we're definitely going to need it tonight. Alright, so I'm going to be making some sourdough focaccia bread later today. So I'm going to be feeding my sourdough starter. As you can see here, there's tons of bubbles in here. So this has been setting on the counter, so I'm going to feed my sourdough starter. So you want to feed your sourdough starter before you use it. And when I feed my sourdough starter, it depends. When you feed your sourdough starter, it depends on how much you need for the recipe you're going to be making. So, but usually when I feed my sourdough starter, depending on how much starter I have, I'll usually do a minimum of 1/4 cup of flour. And then when you feed your sourdough starter, you want to do flour and water, and you want to do equal parts. So 1/4 cup of flour and 1/4 cup of warm water. And if you needed to feed your sourdough starter more, if you needed to do 1/2 cup of flour, then you would do 1/2 cup of warm water. So you want to do equal parts. So we're just getting that mixed up. It's getting nice and bubbly in there. And so I'm just going to, after I get this all mixed together, I'm just going to leave this to rise for a few hours until it's ready. You want your sourdough starter, when you're going to be using it, at the maximum rising level. So you want it the most active. So as soon as I notice that this is at the most active stage of the starter, then that's when I'm going to go ahead and use it for my recipe. But I'm just going to go ahead and leave this on the counter to rise, and then I will use it later for my recipe. Alright, I've got to run outside and grab some herbs before it starts getting dark to make the focaccia sourdough bread for tonight, but I need to grab those before it gets dark, so I'm going to run out there real quick. Alright, all, thank you for spending the day with me on Sunflower Dairy. Thanks for watching. Have a blessed day.